Hi guys, I'm super excited to do the first review today. I'm going to review one of my favorite reels that I've been running for the last about year or so. It's the Shimano Talica. This one is the 22 speed. Now the Talicas were made by Shimano to be very versatile. They're excellent casting reels. They've got super smooth drags, very powerful, and they can really handle anything from tuna to marlin. They're available in 11 different sizes, going all the way from a size 8 to a size 50. So it's highly versatile. I bought this reel for the following reasons. Obviously, it's an excellent quality reel. It's going to last a lifetime. It's very easy to service. It's easy to get parts for these reels locally. It's very versatile. I use it for bottom fishing with bait and sinkers. I use it for jigging. I use it for trawling. So you don't have to have all these different reels and rods for all these applications. That saves a lot of time and a lot of space on the boat. I've also been using this reel for the lower line class tournaments that I've been taking part in, using the weakest link principle. I'm always running an 80-pound braid on it, and then either a 6 or a 10 kilogram mono for the weakest link, followed by the leader. And this allows me to simply take away the weakest link or just cut it out after the competition is done, so I can just carry on with my braid and my leader. So there's no need for re-spooling and having all different spools and different sizes for different competitions. You just simply attach your weakest link and there you go. The body construction, it's made of a material called Hagani. Now that, if you are clever and you go into the Japanese word book, that just means steel. So a lot of people sort of pronounce it incorrectly as Hagane, but it's actually Hagani. So it's a steel body, total construction is steel, which makes it super strong, but also does make it a tad heavy. It comes in at 32 ounces or 915 grams for the size 20. There's no body flex, and it's a very strong body, so you're not going to get gear binding when you're catching big fish. But it does cause a bit of fatigue after a long day of fishing, especially when you're jigging. It's got a super strong drag system for the size reel, obviously. It's a lever drag, which is very nice. It's very easy to use, simply increase or decrease. The drag power on this reel, this model specifically, is 45 pounds of drag, and that's 20.4 kilograms. So it's quite a lot of power, and just once again gives you that versatility to actually use it as a trawling reel to catch bigger fish if you want to. It's got 6+1 bearings. They are shielded, so that keeps your sand and your corrosion and your salt crystals out of the bearings. It's super smooth. This is after a year of very regular use, and it's super smooth. There's no sign of any corrosion or any sort of gear binding or anything like that. Like I said, the weight is a little bit on the heavy side for a reel that I use all the time, but I've gotten used to it. It is a 2-speed reel, and by engaging this little button on the side of the handle there, you can go into a high or a low speed mode on it, simply by pressing that button and releasing it by using that one. That puts you into a higher and lower gear ratio. The gear ratio for this reel is 5.2 to 1. That gives you 46 inches per crank or 20 inches per crank, depending on the gear selected. In centimeters, that's 116.8 centimeters or 50.2 centimeters, depending on the gear. So that's quite a nice high retrieve rate. The line capacity is massive. The power braid stats on the website for this is 575 yards for 80-pound braid. Yeah, it can take a lot of line, so you're not going to be worried. I've taken this out to very deep water. I've tried my hand at some jigging and some at about 550 or 600 meters. I haven't run out of line yet, and it carries a massive amount of line, and that's very helpful for your trawling as well as your deep jigging, depending on what you want to get into. The rods I'm using the most often with this combination, I've got two Jigstar rods that I like to use. This one is called the Twisted Sister. It's a spiral wrap, so you can see the eyes spiral around. That helps you with your jigging, so you don't get that line sort of stuck on your line guides as you do your jigging. So it's very, very versatile, very, very light, very strong, super strong. This one is the Twisted Sisters is quite a stiff and strong rod. It's got a nice action on the tip, but when I'm going to go for the 6 or the 10 kilo comps, then I use the Battle Royale, which is a much lighter one, from Jigstar as well. I will do a review on these Jigstar rods in the near future. It's got a nice shiny sparkly purple color to it, this one. But yeah, it's much thinner and super sensitive to tip, so you won't be missing the bites. Now this is the heavy jig rod. It's a fun Staal, and this I use for the bigger stuff. As you can see, it takes lures up to 500 grams. Nice heavy line rating on it. It's a nice strong rod, and it also does have decent action at the tip. But yeah, this would be going for tuna and those kind of things for the jig. Also a very nice rod to pair with this reel. Now, discussing the options that we've got, I'm just showing you guys a sort of table on the breakdown of the various models available, going all the way from a size 8 to a size 50. Your max drag, obviously the smaller reel will have the least amount of drag, which is 20 pounds, and that goes all the way up to 60 for the size 50. So that's massive amount of drag. You can really catch anything with that. Line capacity, obviously the larger the reel goes, the more line you can get on. More and more people are now using braid as your backing, which does increase your line capacity significantly. It's got 6 bearings going through all the models, and weight ranges between 16 ounces for the 8 or the 10, going all the way to 56 ounces for the size 50. But they are solid reels. I'm really happy with it. I've been having hours and hours of fun on these guys, and they held up very nicely. As you can see, a little bit of boat rash now for the last year of being on the salt and enjoying it. But yeah, super good reel to use. Only drawbacks, I would say, the cost is a little bit high, but you do pay for what you get. These are super high quality, and they will last a lifetime if you take care of them. And then the weight, obviously for your bottom fishing as well as for jigging, they do make you a little bit tired as the day goes on. But it's really versatile, and if you're willing to stick with those two problems, then they're super reels to have. Alright, I'm going to show you some video clips on some fish I've caught with it. A couple of sharks, a couple of smaller fish, and they've just handled them beautifully with no issues. Super easy, super nice free spool, so you can get your bait down to the bottom quite fast. Very smooth and very nice to use. Alright, enjoy. Alright, so that's my review done of the Talica 20 2-speed. Lovely reel, very happy with it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you have any questions, just pop me a message there. I'll put the links in the description of where to buy these reels, as well as the rods. Just to remind you guys, I am not sponsored by any of these companies. I bought all of these reels and rods out of my own pocket, so I'm not getting any sponsorship for advertising them at all. I'm just giving honest reviews on these reels and rods for you guys to make an informed decision. So that's basically that. Thanks for watching.